Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's that time again. Another DVD review. This time we're going to talk about not only just a DVD, but also we're going to talk about a little bit of a CD that I originally owned that a couple of years back, and I'm surprised no one originally remembered this group. I'm, of course, really just talking about The Band, from Making the Band Season 1 and 2. Today, on Empire's Multimedia Reviews. Welcome back. Okay, well, let's start out basically about originally, for instance, to start off with this group. Now, I know people have never heard of this group before, and basically no one ever heard of this probably ever again. For some reason, I have no idea originally from this kind of group that never ever been popularity to the mid-2000s. I mean, they were popularity to MTV. I mean, if you probably recognize them through called TV show MTV's TV show called The Making the Band, when PD is basically offering a bunch of strangers who could be offering being as a bad boy group, which what comes to me of basically of this group, the band, they weren't really quite popularity. I mean, they were popularity to the time originally when they released their first original album, Too Hot for TV. Now, to be fair in mind, originally, this album is maybe not the best original album, but it's probably okay originally for some people who listen to all this rap and hip hop music originally. But this is basically mixed all together because you have a little bit of R&B towards it, you have a little bit towards of a soul music towards it originally because the album itself is kind of like a story of the group, telling about their own background story, why they basically chose to be the group. Because if you really look at towards the DVD version, then this is the complete first season version. This basically is the complete first season of Making the Band, and it's not actually called Making the Band 2. It's actually called Making the Band. So originally, the time originally when the show got popularity to MTV, they really kind of have the group be on live on natural television and actually go to their personal lives and everything and try to convince us separately. Now, there's more originally towards basically just this being a group. I mean, the group itself here, they just basically just hate on each other. Now, to bear in mind you, and if no one ever heard the show before, I'll give you a little bit info originally for towards the beginning. So in the beginning originally in the show, we get to see PDD try to sign on originally a bunch of people who want to be in the band, which starts off originally with a bunch of strangers trying to make a big hit originally on stage and trying to have that, that fame originally in their lives. And towards the towards the end of the show of the first season, we get to see the group, which is basically we have Sarah Stoke, if we could have Sarah Stoke, um, Dylon, Ines, Chopper, I think Frylon, and I think Babs, of course. So basically, from the entire group version Central Nation, they just basically start to become the first ever uh, bad boy PD's bad boy uh, um, group. Yeah, fucking. I just can't talk right now. But anyway, throughout the course of season 2, they started to really get along to each other. They started really trying to compare themselves really very well. But they always kind of have a hate towards each other because, for instance, I think one episode, I think when Frylon and I think Inez really had a problem working together because Richard for Frylon, he's more as a dirty south artist originally, while you look at Inez as more as a uh, uh, sole group of artists who basically trying to find himself originally a lot more different than the other group members. So yeah, about that originally, I don't know originally. I don't know much about I can say about it, but through the time originally when I was watching it, through that from season 1 to season 2 to all the way to season 3, you get this feeling, well, actually to season half of base of season 2, when we get to see the group actually finally release their first album, which is this one, Too Hot for TV. So originally, if we get the glare right here, so this is it right here. This is their first ever album. And I have to say, Richard, this is actually pretty well good Richard artwork. I will give you some introductions of the inside of the CD album and basically the DVD itself a little bit towards this video. But the only thing I kind of really was odd about about this group is because they always kind of hate each other so much, and they always have so much arguments with each other. Like um, I think in one episode when I think one of the group had a discussion about smoking, and that would be Sarah Stowe. Which she's basically the only R&B singer originally in the group, and she had a really politic of really interesting of well, very considerate of smoking because the other group members were smoking in basically the course of that episode, and she had a big considerable issue with them just trying to smoke in the room so much and everything. But for this time, people smoke. I mean, I know a lot of non-smokers who that go smoking. Just basically, some people don't care for smoking. I think that's just basically really just a saturation of what some people really don't care for. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just what other episode I really just kind of remember. There was one episode when they actually trying to release their second album, but never got around the chance of doing it. So for some reason, and for all the hatred and all the anger and all the basically this drama in that show towards the end, what PD did is basically fire them. This script just fired their originally this sorry butts off towards the Bad Boy Company, and because they wasn't really be as a group, they wasn't really visually as a group. Now for this right here, this explains why Richard that they never really make this up a second album, because when you're making yourself be as a group, a band, a boy band, for instance, for NSYNC. You know, they were basically boy group band who had a fame and had that originally, conquer of fame and fortune. But what they did was, but here they just basically here for the band, they just basically argued for basically just days or until days or even months or so for this and to try to discuss about what they want to do and how they're supposed to promote themselves as a group, as a professional group, to knowing they are doing this for the fans and voices from the company. Because originally Bad Boy Company is a very serious company because P. Diddy does take his job very professional, serious, and actually really take it a whole new um, generation from more other lead singers and artists to try to take it to the company. And, with the music industry being, kind of more as basically just a super artist or anything. It's about really trying to find the right person who can actually really take an album to a whole new level. Just really just make it seem like it's actually really good and actually really stands out. And I don't know, I actually found them pretty interesting to listen to. And actually with the DVD is with the base of the first season, I actually had no problem originally seeing them originally in the very first season. But because they just basically got started originally from the beginning towards the end. So yeah, this is just really kind of something about this group, and I've been having these originally for so long. I'll tell you what the price. I'll tell you how much I got these from, and how I got them originally from a cheaper price. But I'll tell you that later. So I did talk about a little bit about the history. I did talk about a little bit about the background of their so-called lives, originally, I guess, and talk about the album, of course. And that's pretty much it. Now you can actually see what ends up look like inside, and I hope it gives you the context. So let's take a look, shall we? Okay, so I just basically put the camera version a little bit angled so you guys can see it properly. so you can see the basic motion picture. So first off, let's start off with basically with the DVD. So let's put this in the side. Even nice good version of the closer of the basic album itself. Now you have all the group. You have, let's see where I'm at. Okay, you have Sarah Stoke, you have Dylon, you have Ines, you got Chopper, the youngest one. This is the youngest rapper version is, and he's probably much more than it is now. You got Frylon, and you got Babs. So we'll give you a nice good picture of it, of the entire group. It's actually called the best of, where is it? Best of season 1. So this is actually the complete first season. The reason why it says the best of season 1, because some of the episodes are quite missing. So whatever MTV did, they kind of really chop up some of the episodes. But I actually heard originally for some people, this is actually the complete first season. So if you really want to basically get this version, get the complete first season. I'm pretty sure you could probably find some episodes which are missing on YouTube, or some kind of a way you could basically find. So we got the turn around here. We got the spine corn that says Making the Band 2. Best of season 1. It's actually basically made by Columbia Pictures and actually produced by MTV. And then we go on the back. We got pretty much a nice good info of the show itself. So you got this is basically some of the members, some of the basically artist members who would appear on the show was in the first season. And on the top of the video, you got pretty much you got a pretty good incentive features on the top. And yeah, I originally can't see. There we go. There we go. That's more better. So you got a nice version of artwork in the back. Got the where is it? The features. And it is basically standard. It is basically, it runs 94 minutes. So it's a pretty well long version of the complete first season. So we open it up. We got a nice artwork of itself. Then we got an information of all the episodes. Episode 1 to 11. So we get a nice clear of it. Yeah, there we go. So you guys really pretty interested of episodes of all 11 episodes and kind of with one disc. And then we open the insert. You got nice other DVDs from MTV. I'm surprised which MTV does really do certain DVDs, archives from different kind of shows. They actually did something like that version from the Jersey Show season, and it was a popular show version. I don't know why people really preferred Jersey Shore than this show, because I actually found this show very interesting, and I was glad originally I had kept this over the years. So let's put that sign right here. And then finally, we go to their first ever album. Yes, this is their first album, Too Hot for TV. And I have to say originally, it is basically a Parent Advance album, because there's a little bit of swearing, basically. There's a little bit of swearing towards this album. See if I can get a little closer. There we go. And we look at the back. You got a ton of songs. Nice picture art from I think it's basically in New York City. Yeah, from New York City. And when we open up, we got a nice. Let me give you a. There we go. Got a nice version of artwork on the disc. I actually found the disc really really good separate artwork. Because you got the group stage name. And you get all the artists on basically one separate album. They're all crammed up into this one separate disc. That's what I love about that, because that is a good sort of artwork. And in addition to that, you got this cool booklet. Let me close this up. Put this inside right here so you can see the album. There we go. And you got this cool booklet. And you probably know why this is what is the warning sign. It's ratchet attached to the That's just a sticker label. I don't know what that is, but for some stupid reason, whoever designed the album kind of put the label on the CD case. It's like just a sticker to so you can actually peel it off or something. But I didn't want to peel it off because I didn't want to basically ruin the contents of the CD itself. So anyway, you got this cool booklet. And the booklet, we can flip it around towards the side. The book is loaded with nice, good artwork with different artists, and they got originally the most particular of the soundtracks. Tracks of the album itself. So you have, let me go back here. So you got Young Chopper, Young City, and you got Babs. She looks so gorgeous. She looks absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. That's just so. Actually, studying a good picture. Actually, studying a good photograph. It's actually a glossum booklet, which is pretty cool. So you got Young City, aka Young Chopper. Yeah, that's kind of why I kind of like really just love this this booklet. Over the side, we got Ines on the half of his body, and you got Sarah Stowe. I actually found she looks so gorgeous. She actually looks so stunning. There's a time when she got beat up by her husband. Yeah, she got brutally beaten and bruised, and charged her husband by assault with a certain battery. So for some reason, before she took this photo, before they actually released their first album, she actually got pretty much probably beat up. You could go on certain websites and actually we look at some photos of Sarah Stoker versus how she was looking through the time when she left the group. So, but she looks so gorgeous. She looks so stunningly gorgeous. I don't know why I say that, but she looks stunning in this photograph. Moving along, we have Dylon and Frylon. A little bit version of him, I guess, just posing himself like, I guess. So you got Dylon in a nice, good photograph. And once again, we have Sarah Stone, stunningly good, gorgeous. Then you got another Frylon photograph. And it goes on and on and on. So you got another picture of Babs and Chopper. If I can give it a closer look right there. I mean, this is actually an awesome good booklet because it got very nice good information, info of the group members, and just one slick book. I mean, come on. And on the back, and then to find the page, you've got this basically all the group together in black and white, and you got motion, other albums from Bad Boy. And to find the page, you've got the entire group usually in the background, black background, where all the group is together, just basically just hanging out or chilling, whatever you guys call it. Wherever you young people, young viewers out there, usually just say that we're just chilling. And that's pretty much basically about that. There's no really artist lyrics or anything like that, just basically 3 people show good specific photos and originally it's in the information of the group itself. And how it look all together, when basically you just come in, well, let me show you. See if we put this like that. And it looks like this. Boom. Well, the only thing really about the CD case is actually it's the jewelry case, while the DVD casing actually is the DVD casing. But if you flip it like this, you got like an awesome good of half of the making the band, and it's pretty well interesting to have it. So definitely worth for anybody who watched the show and actually remember originally on MTV. And I'm surprised the show was canceled for some damn reason. And they still continue. I think they're running for like, 9 seasons, I believe. So that's how it look. The band. And so there you go. Making the band, available now on DVD and CD for many stores around the region, I think you can probably find these at Amazon. I've been having these for probably so long ago through very considerable video stores and CD stores. and they were basically selling these. Originally, they were selling these. They were selling basically the first motion picture album for I think probably like 1999 was the first release. When did this came out? I know it came out in 2000. I believe this came out in 2000. Yeah, 2003. So this came out originally before the time originally when the show came on the air. And for the TV and the DVD itself, let's see. This came out in 2002. So this came prime after when the album was, when they first released their first motion picture album. So to my knowledge, I really had no problem. I enjoy original Marathon, all of the episodes, and Marathon with the music itself. I mean, it's just actually, it's not really a true meaning of music, but if you kind of like, if you're like me and you just like music in generally, then I recommend, you know, the band would probably recommend you. But just for to warn you, there are some certain cuss words in basically in some of the album itself. But for everything else, I have to say, for what it's worth, I think, you know, P. Diddy, I mean, P. Diddy really made the group really something, but for some reason, they just kind of like just based on hating on each other and just basically just go off of each other. I mean, it's just like, it would be great if they actually come back and doing a second album, but yeah. That's just basically how a group, that's basically how when you're basing a musician or whatever, you're kind of just basically just knowing that you can't make things really happen. So, yeah. But anyway, I actually found it pretty interesting to enjoy, and I would enjoy all the stuff. I would enjoy all the stuff, virtually the marathon, watching the TV show itself, along with basically with the album that's along with it. So if you want something that's really kind of spice up a little bit, go with making the band or the band if you call it, and then just understand it's not really just the group itself. It's about the music, which is about really listening to the proper music, which the people don't really care for. I mean, I know people who listen to other kinds of music, like for instance, Lil Wayne. I mean, for God's sake, he's basically trying to make tons of money for his album. What else was there? Who else artists I can name of? Um, well, there's like a lot of artists, but I don't know. I just really found the group, I found the group very interesting to listen to. And I don't know, it just really just kind of captured me as a viewer and as a conventional collector, as I say. I enjoy it because it just really just stands out virtually very much, and there's really no comparison I can say much about it. It's just one of the greatest music I ever listened to, and one of the greatest DVDs, TV shows I ever watched was on MTV, because it was probably the prime time when I got involved watching other formats of TV shows on MTV, other TV shows on MTV before this came along. So yeah, definitely worth listening for a lot. Some of the fans out there who listen to the band and actually really kind of care. I know people who didn't care for this group, didn't really know they were very taking their life seriously. But I thought they did recently, and I thought they really did a pretty much brilliant job. And I would like to see them back in again to really hopefully work their problems out and try to make a second album, but, you know, it just never happens. Never happens. Well, I pretty much ended this review. I really wanted to basically do a CD and a DVD review at both simultaneously, because it's just the idea. Because like I said, I'm trying to come up with some ideas of my episodes and just explain about originally on the forum. But for everything else, I have to say that was pretty much really something. This is really something I have to really be proud of. And yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to do this. Doing 2 at a time, the same items in one separate video. Yeah, that's pretty well kind of interesting. Alrighty, so that ends the review for you now. So until next time, thank you for watching, and sayonara.